Christmas. I hope you're having a good day with your family, your friends. Just hope it's a good day overall. The Piano Guys, featuring Craig Avon. I'm told that this is a bit of a tearjerker. Why not? I think that there's a lot of people that have very sad Christmases, and so I think it's relevant, to maybe put a melancholy one on here. Someone had said to me that this was a kind of a sadder one. So let's have a Merry Christmas anyway, shall we? Let's go. Let's get this on the road with the Piano Guys. And I've seen these guys before. They're amazing. The celloist, violinist, the pianist. They're just very, very talented guys. You should do a deep dive on them if you like strange and unusual kind of a application of the cello. The celloist and violinist, he did this like Star Wars kind of battle, which is kind of cool, and the bow was the lightsaber kind of thing. It sounds hokey, but if you go watch it, you're gonna kind of go, oh, that's kind of cool. So the Piano Guys, they got it. And so let's throw down some sadness. Let's see. Let's go.
So last year was a really tough year for us. We lost our daughter, Annie. People talk about grief, pain, fear, sorrow. All of these words can't really describe how you feel when you really go through the loss of a loved one. Wow. And even though we held on to hope that we would somehow see her again, it was just a brutal time that we were going through.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Wow. Lost my grandmother, which was like a second mother to me, the day before Christmas. It's probably been 20 years now. I always think of her around this time of the holidays. Lost my dad. I'm recording this today on December 14th, the 4th anniversary of my father's passing. And it's a hard time for a lot of folks, but to lose a child, no.
Right at Christmas. And it felt pretty hard to celebrate. And then I found this song. It was just this video on Facebook by this Christian artist, and he was singing about the very struggle I was having. As my wife and I listened to the words of this song, it expressed exactly what we were feeling. And it also gave us what we needed at the time.
Not gonna cry.
And that was comfort. So many people struggle with loss at this time of year, not just me. If you are missing someone this Christmas, I want to dedicate this song to you. And I also want to dedicate it to Annie, my sweet Annie, who I miss very much.
Not gonna lie, Christmas really hurts this time, 'cause you're not here to celebrate with me. Tears fill my eyes and memories flood my mind as I place your ornament upon our tree. As I place your ornament upon our tree. Although this year I have a broken heart, it gives me hope and joy as I remember where you are. You're with the Son of God. You're with the Prince of Peace. You're with the one we're celebrating, and that thought amazes me.
Wow. You know, he talks about hope. And that's probably a very unfamiliar, applicable word when it comes to losing a loved one like this. But he's clearly placing his hope in God, placing his hope in the fact that he'll see her again. I don't know where a lot of you are at with the true spirit of Christmas and where your hope is. Because without our hope in him, there's no hope. I mean, well, and the line where he's putting her ornament on the tree out her. That's rough.
You're with the one we're celebrating, and that thought amazes me. Sometimes I still break down, grieving that we're apart. But the sweetest gift is knowing where you are. You're with the Son of God. Got your picture in the frame, and a stocking with your name. Oh, God knows it's been hard letting go, and I can't bring you back, but I'll see you again. And oh, that thought is healing to my soul.
That hope again, right? They'll be able to see you again. I share that hope. I do. And I rest on it. I stand on it. It sustains me. But my goodness. You know, I watched a guy talk about our lives and story time. Get away from the song for a minute. Jeez Louise. Imagine a rope. And this guy's got this rope. And it's goes around the world a million times. And he's holding on to the end of the rope. And on the end of this white rope is a red section of the rope about this yay big. Right? That's your life. That little piece. If you're older like me, you realize how quickly that goes. Like a blink. But that little piece, you have your little, you're born here, you go to high school, you get married, you retire, you die, and that's it. And that's your life. And it's sometimes a horrible experience and a beautiful experience, but it's what you're given for this time on earth. But that doesn't mean it ends. It continues for eternity beyond that. And that's where our hope is there. So I'm convinced without any shadow of doubt in my peace. No doubt. I've done enough studies. I've done enough research on things like evolution, religions, all of it. 40 years of studies, looking into all this stuff and battling my own lack of faith and all of these things. But I've come to a point where it's like, I am convinced, but it still doesn't take away this hurt area. If I were a child in a grocery store with my mother, and she turns the corner, and I happen to not be pay attention. All of a sudden, she's out of sight, and I'm jumping 5 feet in the air, screaming, going, "Where's mommy?" Right? And she turns the corner, it's like, "Here I am. I'm right here. I was just right on aisle 3. You're on aisle 4. I'm there. Don't worry about it." It's like, oh, whew. That's how I feel. It's going to be that right now I'm in aisle 3, losing sight of my loved one. But I'll see him again on aisle 4. Right? So, but it still doesn't take away the sting of this song. My goodness.
I'll miss making angels with you in the snow. I guess instead you will be singing with them all around God's throne. You're with the Son of God. You're with the Prince of Peace. You're with the one we're celebrating. And that thought amazes me. Sometimes I still break down, grieving that we're apart. But the sweetest gift is knowing where you are, 'cause you're with the Son of God. And I know the Christmas season was your favorite time of year. You love to help us decorate our tree. But now that you're with Jesus, can't imagine how you feel, 'cause he's the one who bled and died upon the tree for you and me. You're with the Son of God. You're with the Prince of Peace. You're with the one we're celebrating. And that thought amazes me. Sometimes I still break down, grieving that we're apart. But the sweetest gift is knowing where you are. Yes, the sweetest gift is knowing where you are.
A perspective.
Yes, the sweetest gift is knowing you're in his arms. You're with the Son of God.
Neil Diamond, Love on the Rocks. Oof. I'm on the rocks right now after that song. Wow. What perspective? An acknowledgement of loss and hope. I hope this season you receive a different kind of gift. The gift of the Son of God, that it's a gift that keeps on giving. And boy, what a sweet realization that it's not forever. Our parting won't be forever, you know? And for those of you that are hurting this year, that have been excommunicated with family, lost family, are alone, I pray for the biggest blessing in your life. And I'm not talking stuffed stockings and presents under the Christmas tree, although those are all quaint and fun. But I hope that a switch turns on, that you find your hope. I love each and every one of you guys. I'm so appreciative of everyone in this community. I've my life has been changed personally. And I just can't express my appreciation. See, I can't even express it. But I can't express my appreciation to each of you enough for tagging along and joining this old fart for a couple of songs that are just kind of, a guy exploring music based on your recommendations. And wow. A very blessed and Merry Christmas to each of you. And on to this next year. We'll see you next week as we get closer to New Year's. God bless. See you next time.